There are now more than 10 million cases of COVID-19 and nearly 240,000 deaths related to the virus here in the United States. And we have shared data with you daily, trying to keep you informed throughout this pandemic. What we haven't shared is an in-depth look behind the numbers, the faces of COVID-19. News 4 Tucson's Alexis Burdine with tonight's story.
COVID-19 stats, facts, and figures. We've been inundated with them. But there's real people behind the math. They are your friends, your neighbors, your family, and the pandemic took them. At News 4 Tucson, we wanted to introduce you to some of the 670 people in Pima County who lost their lives to COVID-19. Gloria Andrade, Victor Muncy, Larry Mackel, Fidelina Ramirez Ibarra, Raymond Grijalva, Albert Barboa, Art Rothstein, Maria Lucero Vasquez. Just some of the faces behind the COVID-19 pandemic.
My dad was very outgoing and very a people person and loved sports, but he was also very humble and cared for others. My grandpa, he was very big and proud to be a Marine. He was just like that comfort zone that you would have.
Always had a smile, always good to others, very good to me. Treated me like a queen.
My mom, she's such a people person, a mom's mom, because that's who she was.
All remembered and honored by their loved ones they left too soon.
My husband deserved to live just like anybody else.
Peggy was married to Larry Mackel for 10 years. Larry was a metal worker, deeply rooted in his Christian faith and loved by many. In October 2019, she says he contracted the coronavirus in a Tucson care facility. March 13th was the last time she saw her husband.
I should have been able to be with my husband when he died. And he died April 14th. Alone.
To Peggy, Larry meant the world. He was 69 years old.
I miss him horribly.
Daniela Grijalva says she had the virus. She survived it. Her father and grandfather did not. She lost them, both, this summer. Her father, Raymond Grijalva, would have celebrated his 56th birthday this month. A big Dodgers fan, she says he would have loved to see their World Series win. Her grandfather, Albert Barboa, was 81. She says he was a proud former Marine. Daniela says both men were all about family.
No matter what we needed or what needed to be done within the family, one of them were doing it, helping somebody, no matter how big or little it was.
Her father, Raymond, passed away on June 18th. Exactly 1 month later, on July 18th, her grandfather, Albert, also passed.
Greatly missed, definitely.
A lot of people through the years remember her, remember how her smile and her charisma that she had.
Gilbert Ibarra lost his mother, 87-year-old Fidelina Ramirez Ibarra, in August.
She had a good bill of health when she had her physical in January.
Gilbert says his sister and him were very proud of their mother at 87 years old.
She was still pretty independent. She could still cook and clean, whatever she needed to do.
Then came the pandemic. Fidelina, Gilbert, and his sister had the virus this summer. He and his sister were healthy by late July, but their mother developed other medical complications related to the virus. Her health took a turn for the worse. She was moved into hospice, and in early August, she then tested negative for the virus, allowing them both to be in the room with her. Holding hands, Gilbert says, though she could no longer speak or open her eyes, she'd still grip their hands to acknowledge their presence.
And I told her, it's okay, Mom, you can go. And on Wednesday, August 5th at 8:34 p.m., my sister and I saw my mom take her last breath as we were holding her hands.
A gesture, Gilbert says.
It meant so much for us to be there with her, because I know so many people didn't have that opportunity.
Look beyond the numbers. It's somebody's loved one.
He was more than a number. He isn't just COVID. He's my husband, and he was loving and kind and generous.
My mom, she wasn't just a statistic. Every time you see a new death, that's a loved one that is no longer with us.
They're actual human beings that are gone. They're somebody's loved ones. They're not stats and numbers.
If you lost a loved one, we want to honor them. So we're creating a memorial on KVOA.com. You can submit a photo and their story here to newstips@KVOA.com. We can all help their legacy live on. From the KVOA studios, Alexis Burdine, News 4 Tucson.